Hello, I'm Sylvain Vaquez. We are in Somme, near Abbeville, in the Somme Valley, on clay loams. I have stopped plowing since 20 years on a farm where I used to produce potatoes, sugar beets, textile, flax and cereals. And since we restructured the company, I quit producing potatoes. We still produce mainly cereals, oilseed rape, and broad beans seed, and 20 hectares of sugar beet. With the brand Sky, it's an old story, because 20 years of Mintil got me interested into all Mintil equipments. 20 years ago, Mintil equipment was very scarce. You could choose between either a Horsch or a Dutzi. I started with a no-tilling Horsch semi-exact rotavator type of drill. It was power-hungry and fuel-thirsty. My goal is to have the lowest machinery costs and the lower energy consumption possible. I pay very much attention to the carbon assessment of each crop. What interests me is to cut down my mechanical expenses. Having been a potato producer, I know how much operating machinery costs are. I very much take into account a statement from Frederick Thomas. He says each time you're burning 1 liter of diesel fuel on a farm, you can count between 5 to 10 euros of mechanical expenses on the farm. In the end of the day, when you have used 1 tank of 200 liters of diesel fuel, you have actually between 1,000 and 2,000 euros of expenses connected with machinery. After using this rotavator, seeding during 7 years, we were rather mintilling because we have trouble with cold soils in the spring. As we produce 40 hectares of flax fiber, we have problems with our cold, wet soil to get quick start over the crops and have problems with pests. We moved to a light tillage system and seeded with a Vaquez during some years. Since 3 years ago, I started to test direct drilling into cover crops or straight into regrowth with a Easydrill. The old Easydrill was archaic and I disliked the seed placement and the press wheel system. I also used a Roger, a Great Plain, 750 John Deere, and I found that the evolution made on the Easydrill were corresponding to what I was needing in terms of seed placement and seed firming, as well as its simplicity. A firm soil, but letting the germ and the stem come out when we have heavy rains. We are here under a maritime climate, 25 kilometers away from the sea, bringing us sometimes big quantities of rain in autumn. This drill, we bought it with 2 other farmers because we think it is possible to seed a larger create with a 3 meter. It only takes a good organization. And you need to be available when everything is ready. Until now, we have seeded beans, peas, flax, lentils, and we are very satisfied with the emergence. Fuel consumption is very low, and we establish a crop with 7 liters of diesel per hectare without any soil preparation. When seeding beans, the drill works a little deeper, so we reach 10 liters. Regarding what I was saying before about establishment costs, the drill allows us to aim at 35 euros per hectare of establishment cost. That is what I'm looking for.
c'est pour moi la voie que je souhaitais prendre. Et ce soir nous permet de la mettre.
So this was the first step.
Premier palier qui est franchi.
Knowing that when no tilling, it's up to the plant to do the tillage and using the roots of the cover crops to do the job.
La plante.
That's the most difficult thing to achieve because we finish harvesting quite late. When we finish around the 15th of August, we are quite happy. So finding plants adapted to rotation, and growing fast enough, knowing that we will not be able to seed before the 15th of August, it's quite touchy. We are looking for a mix of plants, allowing late seeding, but able to produce a nice cover crop with a good rooting system before winter to prepare the ground for our spring seeding. For our spring seeding, we use strip tilling for sugar beets and maize with incorporation of the third in the strip. I really like the simplicity of this drill, and I find it very user-friendly. It's very easy to change settings. You have a very small number of parts to adjust. The calibration test is easy to do when you change variety. This makes it a time-saving machine and allows us to have a small drill regarding to the acreage we have to seed. We are seeding close to 500 hectares with our 3-meter Easydrill. We try to spread the spreading as much as possible. The toughest period of time being autumn, where we have 250 hectares of wheat to put in. It's true that if you want to have the best result in direct drilling, you must not run it too fast. But it is a matter of choice. We choose not to work the ground and drive the drill slower. We drill between 7 and 10 km per hour. This changes a lot from the Vaquez, which we were using up to 16 km per hour on a prepared seed bed. Here we plan on seeding 2 hectares per hour. I think the drill is very well designed, strongly built, but still light, and is not power hungry. Personally, after 20 years of experience, after having used many other drills, I think this is really the one I prefer.
C'est le semoir qui a été élu.